Yeah. Artificial flavor, right? Looks good on the box, but there's nothing inside. Zero nutritional value for the soul. Check the ingredients. Yeah. Polish for the masses, wrapped in plastic so it's bright. Microwave narratives, the favor for the final bite. High fructose rhythms, low impact on the soul's light. Just a chemical reaction for a Saturday night. They're serving up the filler, yeah, they're patting out the plate. 1,000 empty verses just to justify the rate. No fiber in the diet, just a flashy color dye. While the real hunger grows underneath the digital sky. Empty calories, feeding the hunger pains. The sugary rush that disappears when the beat changes. It fills the belly up, but leaves the spirit hollow. A cheap thrill that's impossible to swallow, yeah.
Empty calories.
Looking for a solid meal in a world of artificial. Yeah, give me something I can feel. The algorithm's cooking, but the kitchen's getting cold. Same recipe for decades, just a different kind of mode. Auto-tune, seasoning to hide the lack of taste. A banquet of the boring, what a monumental waste. They want you satisfied with the crumbs on the floor while they lock the pantry. And they bolt the cellar door, but I'm digging in the garden looking for the ancient root. Tired of the candy, I'm craving for the fruit. Don't let them feed you the lies. Check the label. It's all salt and water. No heart, no spine. Hey, hey. Empty calories, feeding the hunger pains. The sugary rush that disappears when the beat changes. It fills the belly up, but leaves the spirit hollow. A cheap thrill that's impossible to swallow, yeah.
Empty calories.
Looking for a solid meal in world of artificial. Yeah. Give me something I can feel. Starvation in the land of plenty. Throw the junk food out the window. Underground organic. Keep it raw, raw.
System online. Syncing. Flesh is the beta test. This is system online. Ice is the beta test.
Carbon logic running no firmware, obsolete and slow. I'm looking for the port where the liquid circuits flow. The pulse in my wrist is a riveted digital click, replacing the biological, yeah, that's the trick. Synaptic architecture, now it's all synthetic. A masterpiece of math, clean and unapologetic. Merging the marrow with the motherboard's traces. No more human emotions, just binary spaces. I interface with silence, eliminate the latency. A ghost in the machine, claiming my supremacy. Binary bloodlines. Binary bloodlines, coursing through the wire. The fusion of the soul and the silicone fire. From the webware to the hardware, watch the bridge burn. The evolution's here, it's the point of no return. Binary bloodlines, cold and crystal clear. The end of the human, the dawn of the gear. My heart beats a sample looped in the perfect square. Breathing in the ozone, moving through the server air. Copper veins reaching out, tapping into the net. A nervous system upgrade, the safest of the bets. Forget the DNA, it's about the lines of code. Taking the burden off the heavy mental load. The glitch in the soul is just a bug to be fixed. Reality and simulation permanently mixed. I see in high def, but I feel in 0 and 1. The transition is finished, the takeover's begun.
Delete the ego. Format the memory. 0, 1, 0, 1.
The machine doesn't sleep. The machine doesn't bleed. Binary bloodlines, coursing through the wire. The fusion of the soul and the silicone fire. From the webware to the hardware, watch the bridge burn. The evolution's here, it's the point of no return. Binary bloodlines,
Cold and crystal clear.
the end of the human, the
connection terminated.
Yeah. 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 Disconnect. Yeah. Disconnect. Yeah. Yeah. I'm waking up to 1,000 pings. A digital swarm. The bedroom's cold, but the router is warm. Got a fiber optic cable wrapped around my throat, trying to stay afloat in the sea of remote. Every heartbeat's interrupted by a ghost in the feed. A synthetic hunger, a binary greed. My thoughts are fragmented like a corrupted file, trying to remember how to breathe for a while. The static is rising, it's a white noise flood, mixed with the iron and the salt in my blood. There's static in the pulse, a glitch in the vein, wiring the pleasure to the center of the pain. I'm synced to the world, but I'm lost in the room. A frantic rhythm in the digital gloom. Yeah, the hump won't die, won't die. The screen won't dim, the screen won't dim. I'm drowning in the data while I'm trying to swim. My nervous system twitching to a 5G beat. I can feel the electricity under my feet. No more silence, just a low frequency roar. A million notifications knocking at my door. I'm a note in the network, a point on the map. Caught in the middle of a high-tech trap. The blood is moving, but the rhythm is wrong. Interference patterns where the soul should belong. We're losing the signal, we're losing the touch. Knowing everything, but feeling too much. Disconnect. 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 Reconnect. The bandwidth is full. The ego is thin. Where does the machine end? Where do I begin? There's static in the pulse, a glitch in the vein, wiring the pleasure to the center of the pain. I'm synced to the world, but I'm lost in the room. A frantic rhythm in the digital gloom. Yeah, the hum won't die, hum won't die. The screen won't dim, the screen won't dim. I'm drowning in the data while I'm trying to swim.
Disconnect. System overload. Too much noise. System overload. Not enough. Hard. Static.
Yeah. Rewind the tape. Back to the magnetic ribbons and the tracking lines. Before the clouds, before the soul was digital. Velvet dreams in a low-res world. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Analog heart in the world made of scan lines, chasing the ghost between the neon and the street signs. Magnetic tape hissing like a secret in the dark, leaving the grainy purple hue permanent mark. I'm back in 99, baggy jeans and the disc man, trying to find the truth in the pre-algorithmic plan. No 5G towers, just a static on the screen and the velvet texture of a midnight daydream. Tracking the signal through the flicker and the blur when the moments were heavy and the feelings were pure. It's VHS static in velvet dreams, tearing the reality away at the seams. Low fidelity love and the high definition age, turning back the clock to a long forgotten page. Yeah, keep the tracking adjusted, keep the colors deep in the world of memories that I'm trying to keep. Landline cords tangled like the thoughts in my head, reading the line of notes while I'm laying in bed. A stack of magazines, a box of Max Cell tapes, capturing the essence in the shadows and the shapes. Blue tinted nights and the smell of old electronics, mixing the street smarts with the soulful harmonics. We weren't just data points, we were flesh and bone, building our kingdoms on a payphone throne. The world was bigger than, mysterious and wide, with no place for the digital ego to hide.
Press record. Don't overwrite the magic. The static soul of the machine. Velvet, soft focus,
Rainy memories. It's VHS static and velvet dreams, tearing the reality away at the seams of fidelity love in the high definition age, turning back the clock to a long forgotten page. Yeah, keep the track and adjust it, keep the colors deep in the world of memories that I'm trying to keep. It's all on the tape, just a dream. Static. Yeah. Logged in, but I'm checking out. Yeah. Yeah. 5,000 friends and a screen full of blue, but I'm sitting in the dark with no one to talk to. A digital fireplace, light with no heat, watching the ghosts of the world on my feed. Double tap the picture, but I don't feel the touch, knowing everything about everyone is way too much. With satellites drifting in the binary sea, sharing the silence, but we're never truly free. The Wi-Fi is pulsing like a phantom limb, while the light in the hallway is getting real dim. It's silicone solitude, a fiber optic cage, reading the comments on an empty page. Perfectly connected, but we're worlds apart. A high-speed signal to a hollow heart. Yeah, the glow is on my face, but the cold's in my bones. Building a crowd while we're dying alone. Notification bells ringing like a funeral toll, selling pieces of the profit for a bit of control. With curated versions of the people we were. Life is just a glitch, a pixelated blur. I see your status, I see your location, but there's a dead zone in our conversation, transmitting the signal through the copper and glass. Watching the years and the real moments pass. I'm a node in the network, a ghost in the code, carrying the weight of a virtual load. Refresh. Refresh. Is anybody there? Or am I just shouting into the hardware? Update the status, upload the pain, still dry in the middle of a digital rain. Silicone solitude, a fiber optic cage, reading the comments on an empty page. Perfectly connected, but we're worlds apart. A high-speed signal to a hollow heart. Yeah, the glow is on my face, but the cold's in my bones. Building a crowd while we're dying alone. Finally, but the hum is still there. Can you hear it? Silicon, solitude, silicon, solitude. They say the machine is cold, but they don't hear the heartbeat. Yeah. To the architects, the spirits in the circuitry. Listen. 16 pairs, like 16 chambers of the heart. I touch the rubber, let the ancient rituals start. 12 big crunch, yeah, that's the frequency of ghosts, pouring out a libation to the legends we love most. I feel the swing of Dilla in the way the kick hits. Quantized soul skipping through the dark bits. It's more than just a sample, it's a fragment of a life, slicing through the silence like a technician's knife. The LED is glowing like a campfire in the night, chasing shadows of the grace into the morning light. There's a ghost in the NPC living in the loop, walking through the crates with the holy mortal group. It's the crackle in the static, it's the warmth in the bass, a legacy of rhythm that time can't erase. Yeah, the ghost in the machine, keeping us alive, the spirit of the boom bap, destined to survive. I'm digging through the dollar bins, looking for a sign. A dusty piece of wax that can bridge the space and time. New J bass is whispering through a jazzy flute refrain, while Biggie's heavy breathing echoes in the rain. It's a seance in the studio, candles burning low, waiting for the record light to give the souls a glow. They left the DNA inside the magnetic tape, a blueprint for the culture, giving every sound a shape. My fingers hit the pads, but I'm not the one in charge. The ancestors are speaking and the vision's getting large. Can you hear them? And the hits of the hi-hat, and the delay of the snare. They never left, they just waiting in the RAM, stored in the memory forever. There's a ghost in the NPC living in the loop, walking through the crates with the whole immortal group. It's the crackle in the static, it's the warmth in the bass, a legacy of rhythm that time can't erase. Yeah, the ghost in the machine, he keeping us alive. The spirit of the boom bap, destined to survive. Keep the pads warm, respect the architecture. The ghost is watching. Yeah. Don't blink. You're already behind. The clock doesn't tick, it devours. Watch. Yeah. Yeah. The sun hits the glass, but the light is artificial. Waking up the headlines, every word is a missile. Refresh the feed, yeah, suck the marrow from the bone. A kingdom built on sand, sitting on a digital throne. By 10 a.m. the new is already looking old. A story told 1,000,000 times, bought and then sold. Was sprinting on a treadmill, staring at a screen, chasing ghosts of relevance, trapped inside the machine. The algorithm's hungry, it demands a fresh soul. 24 hours just to lose all control. It's the 24-hour cycle spinning in the void. Create it, consume it, and then it's destroyed. From the dawn to the dusk, it's a blur, it's a race. Trying to put a mask on the faceless space. One rotation, one sensation, then it's gone. The world resets before the breaking of the dawn. The burnout is a fashion statement, wear it on your sleeve. In the world of now, who's got the time to grieve? The deep thoughts, a victim of the thumb scroll murder, pushing the narrative a little bit further, with data points dancing in a lightning storm. The coldness of the binary is keeping us warm. Yesterday's tragedy is today's punchline, waiting for the clock to hit the finish line. Underground stays vivid while the surface goes blurred, just a whisper in the wind, a static filled purr. The minute hand is a blade, cutting through the substance, leaving only the shadow. Upload, download, overload. It's the 24-hour cycle spinning in the void. Create it, consume it, and then it's destroyed. From the dawn to the dusk, it's a blur, it's a race. Trying to put a mask on the faceless space. One rotation, one sensation, then it's gone. The world resets before the breaking of the dawn. Time's up. Next topic, next face, next live. See you in the next 24. Yeah. Dedicated to the ones they said wouldn't make it, to the life growing between the stones. Look closely, the concrete is breathing. They pour the cement to keep the spirits down. A gray blanket draped across this ghost of a town. No sunlight hits the soil, just the neon in the rain. A landscape design to cultivate the pain. But look at the fissure, see the hairline fracture. Something's breaking through the manufactured structure. A green leaf reaching for a piece of the sky. In a place where the blueprint said it had to die. Where the unintended, the roots in the cracks. Surviving on the crumbs they left behind our backs. It's the crack
Pavement paradigm, life in the grave. Finding a rhythm where the shadows like to play.
where nothing should grow. We're standing tall and deep. Why the architects of the system are fast asleep? Yeah, bloom in the rubble.
Rise from the dust,
A diamond in the wreckage. Yeah,
shining through the
rust.
rust.
Soil made of soot in the spirits of the street. Iron in the blood, in the fire, in the heat. The city says no, but the DNA says rise. Ignoring the limits under polluted skies. We don't need a garden, we don't need a fence. We thrive on the friction and the pressure so intense. Every footstep tries to crush the fragile stem. But where the crown jewel, the unpolished gem. Logic says we're finished, reality is grim. But we're diving in the ocean when they said we couldn't swim.
They built the walls. They laid the stones. They forgot one thing. Nature doesn't follow the rules of the grid. The cracks are where the light gets in. Yeah, yeah.
It's the crack pavement paradigm, life in the grave. Finding a rhythm where the shadows like to play.
Where nothing should grow, we're standing tall and deep. Why the architects of the system are fast asleep? Yeah, bloom in the rubble.
Rise from the dust,
A diamond in the wreckage.
shining through the rust.
Watch the concrete crumble. We're still here, rooted in the struggle, growing through the cracks, through the cracks. Yesterday's no. Yeah. Static in the air. Everything fades eventually. Check it.
Yesterday's news.
Yeah, I'm walking through the archive, dust on the shelves, watching how we trade our souls just to please someone else. The headlines scream today, but tomorrow they silent. From the peak of the mountain to a basement, quiet. I remember when that name was etched in the stone. That was a ghost on the screen, sitting all alone. The trend cycle faster than the wheels on the train, trying to bottle up the lightning, but you're left with the rain. Paper planes flying till they hit the wet pavement. Another face lost in a digital enslavement. It's just yesterday's news. Ink starting to bleed. A story nobody wants, a book nobody reads. The hype is a vapor, the glory is a ghost. From the center of the stage to a flickering post. Yeah, it's yesterday's news. Let the wind blow the pages. Watching how the icons turn to dust through the ages. Gold medals turning green in the shoebox under the bed. The echoes of the praises, now they haunting your head. You were the king of the block, the talk of the town, but the gravity of time always pulls the crown down. Now the kids in the street don't recognize the face. New runners on the track trying to win the same race. It's a cycle of the hollow, the new and the next. While the legends get buried in the simplified text, I'd rather be the ink that stays deep in the vein, in the front page flash that can't stand the strain. Yesterday's fires, today's cold air. Built a kingdom of cars just to watch it all crash. Information overload, memory short. Life is a game where they're changing the court. Yeah, it's just yesterday's news. Ink starting to bleed. A story nobody wants, a book nobody reads. The hype Is a vapor the glory, is a ghost from the center of the stage to a flickering post? Yeah, it's yesterday's news. Let the wind blow the pages. Watching how the icons turn to dust through the ages. Wrap it up, wrap it up, throw it in the bin. Wait for it, the next one. Yesterday's news. Yesterday's news. Gone. Yeah. Welcome to the archive. Watch your step. The air is thick in here. History's under the fingernails. Check it. Yeah. Yeah. Walking through the aisles where the ghosts of the funk reside. Flipping through the crates, finding futures the past design. This museum of dust holds the blueprints the gods refine. Each record is an artifact, a fragment of a forgotten age. Forget the data stream, this is memory etched on the vinyl page. I see the jackets fading, colors bleeding in the gray. Hear the echoes of a block party from a mile away. The ink is dry, the legends sleep in cardboard sleeves. While the wind of the digital era blows through the leaves. In the museum of dust, where the silence is loud. A golden era hidden underneath the velvet cloud. We're just curators of a feeling that they can't replace. Trace the grooves of the rhythm on the static. Covered face, it's all just dust. But the soul is still breathing in the gaps between the seconds, where the shadows are weaving. Yeah. I found a breakbeat buried under layers of neglect. A sonic testament that demands your full respect. No satellites, no fiber optics, just a copper wire. The raw friction of a needle setting souls on fire. They say it's obsolete, a relic of a primitive time, but you can't simulate the grit or the weight of the grime. I'm blowing off the surface, let the diamond find the path. The ghost in the machine is singing through the aftermath. Can you smell the old paper? The scent of a revolution that stayed in the basement. In the museum of dust, where the silence is loud. A golden era hidden underneath the velvet cloud. We're just curators of a feeling that they can't replace. Trace the grooves of the rhythm on the static. Covered face, yeah, it's all just dust. But the soul is still breathing in the gaps between the seconds, where the shadows are weaving. Archive complete. Leave the lights off when you go. The dust knows the way. Yeah. Big shoes to fill, right? But the leather is stiff and the path is already worn down. I'm walking in a ghost shadow. It's getting heavy out here. Yeah, I'm tracing outline of a man I never knew. Trying to match the stride, trying to stay true, but the silhouette is massive, it blocks out the sun. A marathon started before my life had begun. They look at my face, but they see a different name, expecting the fire to burn with the exact same flame. I'm a carbon copy, thinning out with every page. A young lion trapped in a golden antique cage. The pedestal is high, but the ground feels so far. Trying to reach a light that belongs to a dead star. Yeah, it's the weight of a silhouette pressing on my chest. A legacy of greatness that won't let me rest. Walking in footprints that don't fit my feet. Trying to find my rhythm in the borrowed beat. Yeah, the shadow is long and the air is getting cold. I'm tired of living a story that's already been told. The mantle is heavy, it's lined with lead and gold. A bargain for my soul that was signed before I was old. You gotta be like him, you gotta take the crown, but the weight of the jewels is just dragging me down. Every win I claim feels like it belongs to the past. A secondary echo that wasn't built to last. I'm suffocating in the space between the lines, searching for the sun while the old legend shines. I wanna break the mold, I wanna blur the edge instead of standing on the brink of another man's ledge. Step, step, left, right. Whose life is this? Whose ghost am I fighting? I'm tearing the outline, I'm bleeding outside the lines. It's the weight of a silhouette pressing on my chest. A legacy of greatness that won't let me rest. Walking in footprints that don't fit my feet. Trying to find my rhythm in a borrowed beat. Yeah, the shadow is long and the air is getting cold. I'm tired of living a story that's already been told. Stepping out, keep the crown, I'll find my own life. The silhouette ends here. Yeah. They say time heals. I say time is just a vessel, and I'm stuck inside the neck of it. Can't swim in courts, can't breathe in the desert. Listen. Yeah, the glass is curved and the walls are slick. I'm fighting a rhythm that's measured in ticks. Every second is a grain, every minute is a pound. Dragging my spirit to the bottom of the mound. I'm kicking my legs, but the fluid is dry. Looking for a cloud in the silica sky. The top is empty, the bottom is full. I'm feeling the gravity, I'm feeling the pull. It's a race against the friction, a fight with the dust. Trying to keep the gears from turning to rust. I'm treading water in the sand hourglass, watching the shadows of the future pass. No waves to ride, just the grit in my teeth. The pressure above and the burial beneath. Yeah, the clock is the cage, and the sand is the sea. Time is a predator, hunting for me. Yeah, my lungs are heavy with the weight of the years. Salt on the skin from the sweat and the tears. I see the exit, but the opening is thin. How can I lose when I'm destined to win? But the math is cold and the physics are real. Trapped in the cycle of glass and the steel. I'm reaching for a hand, but I only find stone. Fighting the vacuum of being alone. The neck of the bottle is a chokehold grip. Watching the legacy start to slip.
Grain by grain, pain by pain.
The bottom is coming, coming, coming.
The silence is humming. The silence is humming.
I'm treading water in the sand hourglass, watching the shadows of the future pass. No waves to ride, just the grit in my teeth. The pressure above and the burial beneath. Yeah, the clock is a cage, and the is a predator, hunting for me. Out of time, under the mound, can't breathe, just grit. Yeah. Last train. It's me and the ghost of the city. Check it. Fluorescent lights flicker, buzzing overhead. A weary rhythm, words that stay unsaid. The plastic seat is cold, the car is nearly empty. Reflections in the glass of a world that's had plenty. I watch the tunnel walls, a blur of gray and black. No turning sideways, it's no turning back. A stranger in the corner, head against the pain. Searching for a signal through the static in the rain. And cities breathing heavy, slow down to a crawl. While we're drifting through the belly, underneath it all. It's midnight on the metro, moving through the deep, while the rest of the world is falling fast asleep. The hum of the motor, the sway of the floor, just a few more stops till I reach my door, yeah. Rolling through the dark on a silver line, trading pieces of my soul for a little more time. Graffiti on the portal, stories etched in ink. Moment in the transit, just enough to think about the bridges burned and the tracks left behind. The labyrinth of choices inside a tired mind. The smell of damn concrete and old electric sparks, leaving neon footprints through the city parks. Every station passed is a memory out of sight, a lonely constellation in the middle of the night. We're all just passengers, waiting for our stop. From the bottom of the system to the very top. Next station, Solitude. Change here for broken dreams and quiet rooms. Hold a rail, don't lose your balance. It's midnight on the metro, moving through the deep, while the rest of the world is falling fast asleep. The hum of the motor, the sway of the floor, just a few more stops till I reach my door, yeah. Rolling through the dark on a silver line, trading pieces of my soul for a little more time. This is my stop. Step into the night, watch the door. Yeah. Crystal clear, right? Every pixel is a deception. Adjust your lens. 4K lies in a 1080 world. Watch. Yeah. The resolution's peaking, every detail is refined, but they're only painting pictures for the corners of your mind. High definition filters on the world is turning great. Polishing the records just to keep the truth at bay. Ultra HD makeup on the faces full of scars, selling you the gutter while they pointing at the stars. You can see the pores, you can see the sweat and tears, but it's all just the render built to feed upon your fears. Lies in 4K, vivid and sharp, pulling on the fibers of a broken heart. Everything is polished, everything is clear, but the picture is the ghost of a manufactured fear. It's high definition, deception on the screen, feeding you the static of a beautiful dream. Zooming on the chaos, make the lighting look dramatic. The truth is getting buried underneath the digital static. Frame rate's perfect, but the soul is out of sync. They give you everything to see, but nothing left to think. Stream it to your palm, let the blue light burn your eyes. 1,000 megapixels of these ultra premium lies. The algorithm's hungry and the content's getting thin, while we're losing all the substance for the texture of the skin. And you see it now? Or is it too clear to be real? Break vivid and sharp, pulling on the fibers of a broken heart. Everything is polished, everything is clear, but the picture is a ghost of a manufactured fear. It's high definition, deception on the screen, feeding you the static of a beautiful dream. System error, resolution dropping, back to the grit, back to the raw.
Yeah. Look up. The higher you climb, the thinner the air. Gold-plated cages in the sky, but the foundation is cracked. Listen. Yeah. Glass towers reaching for a heaven they don't believe in. Penthouse prayers for a soul that's busy grieving. Polished marble floors reflecting back alive while the shadows of the hungry pass the buildings by. They got a view of the city but they don't see the street. Just the numbers on the ledger making ends meet. Suits of armor made of silk, hearts made of stone. Building empires of ego while they sitting alone. The chandelier's flickering, the silver is stained, trying to hide the fact that they all just restrained. It's that high-rise illusion, the castle in the air, built on the backs of the ones who aren't there. Shiny on the outside, hollow in the core. The more you accumulate, the more you want more. Yeah. Look at the lights, look at the glow, but don't forget the dirt that's waiting down below. Yeah, they measure worth in flaws, we measure it in scars. They counting their billions, we're counting the bars. A vanity project reaching 60 stories high, but you can't buy a seat at the table in the sky. Digital currency, virtual wealth, trading in insanity, trading in their health. The elevator's moving, but the spirit's going down. The loneliest kings in the concrete crown. One day the glass will shatter, the steel will start to bend. And that high-rise illusion will meet a bitter end.
Till you can't see the ground, until you can't hear the sound of the truth.
It's the high-rise illusion, a castle in the air, built on the backs of the ones who aren't there. Shiny on the outside, hollow in the core. The more you accumulate, the more you want more. Yeah, look at the lights, look at the glow, but don't forget the dirt that's waiting down below. Don't look down. Don't look down. The fall is a long way. Yeah, just an illusion. Nothing but glass. Yeah. It starts with a point, one single dot. Then you draw a line, then a triangle, then a cage, constructing a void. Check the measurements. It's a 180-degree turn from the truth you once knew. A singular point where the fiction just grew. Connect the dots, draw a line to the edge, building a monument on the crumbling ledge. The angles are sharp, the perspective is skewed. A blueprint of secrets deeply imbued. You calculate the distance from the fact to the fake. Every side of the square is a heart about to break. Parallel stories that'll never intersect. A master class in what the blind eyes expect.
It's the geometry of a lie, rising in the air.
A prism of shadows, a circular snare.
Measuring the depth of the hollow inside.
nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Yeah, the math is perfect, but the structure is weak. A monument built for the word. Yeah, you won't speak. An isosceles trap, two sides of the same, but the base is alive with a different name. Expanding the volume of the space in the room. A pyramid scheme leading straight to the tomb. You're drafting the ceilings, you're bracing the walls, but the echoes are loud in the empty halls. The golden ratio of a well-crafted myth. Who are you building this temple with? It's a 3D puzzle with a missing piece, waiting for the tension to find a release.
Calculate the friction. Measure the weight. The hypotenuse of hate. The sum of the parts is zero.
It's the geometry of a line rising in the air.
A prism of shadows, a circular snare.
Measuring the depth of the hollow inside.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Yeah, the math is perfect, but the structure is weak. A monument built for the words you won't speak. Yeah. The angles didn't add up. The blueprint was a ghost. 0 degrees of truth. Collapse.
They told you there's a limit. They told you what goes up must come down. I say, the ground is just an opinion. Watch the ascent, yeah.
Yeah. The weight of the world is a fabricated lie. A ball in the chain meant to keep us from the sky. They lecture on the physics, they preach about the fall, but I'm scaling the heights of the invisible wall. Synapses firing like a jet fuel spark, igniting the fire in the middle of the dark. I don't see the ceiling, I don't see the floor. I'm kicking down the hinges of the atmospheric door. The laws of the land are for those who play it safe, but I'm a rebel in the clouds and in the stellar wave. Gravity is just a theory,
Story they told to keep the ambitious from being too bold. I'm breaking the orbit, I'm shedding the skin. Where the pressure ends is where I begin.
yeah. No weight on my shoulders, no lead in my boots. Tearing up the sidewalk, pulling up the roots.
Floating, flying, never looking back.
Leaving a burning trail on a one-way track. Yeah. They want you in the dirt, they want you in the mud, but there's anti-gravity coursing through my blood. Every note they shouted was a gust under my wing. Every dome they whisper made the engine start to sing. I'm a glitch in the system, a bird in the void. Every limitation has been targeted and destroyed. Look at the skyline, it's a miniature view from a height that the skeptics said I'd never get to. The anchor is broken, the cable is snapped. I'm finally escaping where the fearful are trapped.
Ground control is silent. The altitude is rising. There is no down. There is only out.
Gravity is just a theory, a story they told to keep the ambitious from being too bold. I'm breaking the orbit, I'm shedding the skin. Where the pressure ends is where I begin.
Yeah, no weight on my shoulders, no lead in my boots. Tearing up the sidewalk, pulling up the roots.
Floating, flying, never looking back.
Leaving a burning trail on a one-way track.
Higher than the hate.
Higher than the hate.
Higher than the ground.
Keep your feet on the ground if you want to. I'll see you from the stars. Concrete post. Steady. Check the frequency. Urban decay in high definition. Yo. Cracks in the sidewalk, tracing lines of a palm print. Steam rising from the vents like a city's tide breath. Steel spines piercing through the charcoal sky, where the shadows stretch long and the pigeons learn to lie. I'm walking through the grid, no compass, just the rhythm. Caught inside the gears of a cold gray system. Graffiti on the brick, a neon colored scar. Searching for a signal, but I can't see a star. Asphalt jungle, breathing in the steam where the skyline cuts the fabric of a broken dream. Heavy on the pavement, heavy on the chest. Running in circles, put the silence to the test. Asphalt jungle, concrete roots grow deep. In the city that forgets, yeah. In the city that don't sleep. Sirens in the distance playing notes of a requiem. 1,000 faces passing, but I don't know one of them. Oil in the puddles, reflecting broken lights. We're just ghosts in the machinery, haunting the nights. Stacking up the days like bricks in the wall. Waiting for the moment when the tower's gonna fall. But the beat keeps knocking. A heart made of stone, king of the alleyway, sitting on the chrome throne. Jungle, breathing in the steam where the skyline cuts the fabric of a broken dream. Heavy on the pavement, heavy on the chest. Running in circles, put the silence to the test. Asphalt jungle, concrete rules grow deep. In the city that forgets, in the city that don't sleep. Concrete rules, deep in the grit. Yeah. The ringing in my ears is finally fading. The sun's coming up, but it feels colder than the night. Back to the grind, back to the gray. Yeah, check it. Yeah. Yeah. The colors are bleeding out of the cracks in the sky. The pulse of the pavement slowing down as the cabs go by. Left the room where the walls were breathing the bass. Now I'm stepping into the silence, trying to find my pace. The artificial buzz of the signage is starting to ache. Trading the velvet shadow for the clarity of a mistake. No more rhythm, just a shuffle of shoes on the stone. In the blue hour, everyone feels a little more prone.
Fading neon,
flickering out of the view. The dream is dissolving.
sky
Is a heavy shade of blue. From the glitter and the smoke back to the concrete and the rust. Everything we built tonight is turning back to dust. Yeah, fading neon, dying on the bricks. The reality is hitting and it's hitting kinda quick. Found a crumpled fly in the pocket of my coat, a souvenir of a feeling that I couldn't even quote. The club was a temple, now it's just a hollow shell. Just another story that I'm probably never gonna tell. I see the street sweepers washing away the debris of 1,000 people trying so hard just to be free. But the sunrise is a witness that we can't ignore. The party's over and the lock is clicking on the door. Wait for the bus. Shadow shrink. Don't blink. It's just another day in the machine.
Fading neon,
Flickering out of the view, the dream is dissolving.
the sky
Is a heavy shade of blue, from the glitter and the smoke back to the concrete and the rust. Everything we built tonight is turning back to dust. Yeah, fading neon, dying on the brick. The reality is hitting, and it's hitting kinda quick. Keep your head down, eyes on the pavement, until the sun goes down again.
fading, fading.
Yeah. Millions of people, but nobody's home. Just a ghost in a concrete forest. You ever feel like skyline is turning its back on you? Cold, so cold. Yeah, the skyscrapers stand like giants with their eyes shut tight, ignoring the shadows dancing in the neon light. I'm walking the grid, but I'm off of the radar. A nameless face in the city that's made of armor. The subway screeches, but it don't hear my plea. Just a ripple in the dark of a digital sea. I'm screaming at the glass, but the glass doesn't break. The city's a dream that I can't seem to wake. Polished marble floors and a heart made of stone. I'm surrounded by millions, yet I'm purely alone. It's the city's cold shoulder, a frost on the plain, watching my reflection dissolve in the rain. A million bright lights, but none of them for me. Just a shadow in the alley that they refuse to see. Yeah, the wind is a whisper, the steel is a wall, waiting for the silence to catch me when I fall. Yeah. The crosswalk signal is a red-eye stare, judging my hustle, judging my prayer. I'm holding out my hand, but they checking their phones, building up their empires on a foundation in the bones. The architects is beautiful, the spirit is bleak. The strong keep on climbing while they bury the weak. I'm a footnote in the book that nobody's gonna read, just a dandelion growing from a crack in the green. One day I'll vanish like the steam from the vent, and the city won't wonder where the ghost of me went. Yeah. Step. Don't look them in the eye. They don't wanna see the truth, they just want the view. And the view doesn't include me. It's the city's cold shoulder, a frost on the pane, watching my reflection dissolve in the rain. A million bright lights, but none of them for me. Just a shadow in the alley that they refuse to see. Yeah, the wind is a whisper, the steel is a wall, waiting for the silence to catch me when I fall. Just another shadow, keep walking, ghost, and not looking. Cold shoulder. Yeah. They told me to keep my feet on the ground, but I was busy looking at the stars, thinking about what I could leave behind up there. where the air is thin. I'm climbing up the ladder of a broken dream, a silver silhouette in a laser beam. Got a bag full of cans and a heart full of fire, scaling the satellites, reaching for the wire. They say it's impossible, a fool's errand run to tag the cold rock that's hiding from the sun. But I want my name where the craters are deep, while the rest of the city is buried in sleep. No oxygen needed when the flow is this pure, searching for a legacy that's destined to endure. Writing graffiti on the moon tonight, bright neon colors in the pale daylight. A signature for the ages etched in the dust, beyond the reach of the gravity and rust. Yeah, reaching for the heights that I can't even touch. Maybe I'm dreaming, maybe it's too much, but look at the sky when the night gets blue. You'll see my mark shining back at you. The telescope lens is the eye of the critic, looking for a flaw. Yeah, they so analytic, but they can't erase what's written in the stars. A rebel's autobiography, skipping past Mars. I left my ego on the launch pad below. Now I'm drifting in the vacuum, watching it glow. The spray paint is stardust, the canvas is vast, a monument of art that was built to outlast. The impossible is just a word for the blind. I'm leaving the limits of the human behind.
Floating, can you see the silver? Can you see the gold? A story in the crater that was never told. Writing graffiti on the moon tonight, bright neon colors in the pale daylight.
A signature for the ages etched in the dust,
beyond the reach of the gravity and rust.
yeah, reaching for the heights that I can't even touch. Maybe I'm dreaming, maybe it's too much,
But look at the sky when the night gets blue.
you'll see my mark shining back at you. Yeah. Out of range, high above the noise, just me.